Hi everybody, Mrs. Murray here. I hope you're all really well. I thought it was time I did another short video now that we're getting ready to welcome our Year 6s reception and Year 1 children to join the Key Worker children in school over the coming weeks. So this little video is just to let you know about some of the changes and how we are going to think about play, and particularly lunchtime play. Now, as you know, we are an Opal school, an outdoor play and learning school, and we take play really seriously here. We know it is important for all our pupils at Bluecoat, and in fact we think it's important for all children. And so we've been thinking really hard here, working with the Key Worker children over the last few weeks, but also with Mr. Ryan and the play team, to think about how we can keep giving you really good play times and keep giving you choice as much as we can, when actually we've got some new rules to stick to too because of the coronavirus. So I'll talk you through some of those changes that are happening, but the good news is play is still very much on. You will still have a morning break with your teacher, and you will have a lunchtime playtime with a member of the play team. So the play team are still working, and you will see one or two members of the play team when you are coming into school and having your lunch times. You're going to eat your lunch in classrooms rather than in the hall. So how we do lunchtime is a little bit different. You'll either have a playtime first and then eat your dinner, or you'll eat your dinner and have a playtime. But everyone has the same amount of time for eating their dinner and playing outdoors. And everyone's going to get at least half an hour at lunchtime to play outdoors. The play team will come and collect you from your classroom, and they're going to come to the outside door of your classroom. So we aren't going to be coming up the corridors. We'll come to the outside door and knock for you when we're ready and when it's your slot, and we'll take you up to your own play space, which will be one of our areas at school. We're really lucky. We've got loads of space, so we've got lots of opportunity to spread out and for you guys to be able to run around and have a good time. You can see I'm sitting in our big boat, Moto. We've got our lovely field that's had a line drawn right down the middle, so it looks a bit different at the moment. That's going to make up two of our play spaces, and then we're using the top playground with the new basketball nets. We're using the junior playground and the infant playground, so we're really using all of our space to help you spread out as much as possible. Now, how you can help is to be ready for when the play team come and get you for your lunchtime play. So that means that you will have washed your hands already and that you will have been to the toilet. Have anything that you need for playtime ready to go. So if it's a cold or rainy day, you're going to need your coat and bring it out with you. You can't pop in and out of the corridors and the cloakrooms like you could do before. So bring stuff with you. If it's a hot sunny day, you might want to bring your sun hat, and if it's a really hot sunny day, you might want to bring your water bottle with a name on it. As always, you're responsible for bringing those things back in as well. The play team member will knock for you when they're ready, and they'll take you to your play space. So we'll walk up to our play space. Don't run ahead, stay in a little group. That's just to make sure we don't cross over with the other groups and mix all the children up. So we'll be carefully doing that so the groups aren't mixing together. They'll take you up to your play space, and then obviously it's your time to play. Now, we've tried to come up with some nice sets of toys for you to use at playtime. We can't just have the scrap shed open as normal for you to come in and out and choose everything you like. And that's because there are some rules on things that we can use. So we can't use things like dressing up and materials like the big nets that we usually do hammocks and dens with, but there are lots of things we can use, and I'm going to show you some of them now. So every group of children will have a big box like this, or it might be a different colour, or it might be slightly different, but a big turbo box that will have your equipment in it, and it could be all sorts of different things, but there'll be things that are hard that we can wash after you've played with them. So they could be pots and pans, rackets, stilts, things like hoops, the duck walker, some of our wheelie stuff. Balls that can be washed, so not tennis balls but the rainbow balls, the perforated balls, these things. We've got some low balls as well. So we'll try and do a good selection so you've got some stuff to choose from. Once you've had a go with your play stuff, if there's something, an idea of something you want to play with that isn't in your box, just let your play team member know. I'm going to try and make a good selection for you, but if there's something you think, you know, I'd really like to be doing this at playtime and it's not there, then just ask, because if it's something that we can sort out and it's something that we've got at school and that can be washed and fit all within the rules, then there's no reason that we can't try and get that into your box for you if it's a specific thing that you want to play with. At the moment you can't bring in your own toys to school. I know, especially in the summer and especially with our new basketball hoops, children have been bringing in their cool basketballs and nice footballs for the field. Unfortunately you can't do that at the moment, and the same goes for people who sometimes bring in their soft toys and things hidden in their pockets. Really try not to do that. That's just to make sure, as always, that things don't get lost, but also to stop virus transmission, because we are going to be washing all the toys at the end of lunchtime every single day with disinfectant. So that is the other thing I'm going to ask you, is at the end of playtime, at lunch, all of the toys, all of the equipment that's in your box has to come back into the box. The member of the play team will ask you and remind you all to bring it back to the box. Please all help with that. Again, I know, because I've worked at Blue Coat for 6 years now and we've been doing outdoor play and using lots and lots of equipment in that time, that children like to hide things, that especially things that they want to come back to at the next playtime. And it might be that it's their favourite football. You might be halfway through making a mud pie. You might be doing something you want to come back to, and usually that's absolutely fine, but at the moment I'm going to ask you not to do that. So don't tuck anything under the shed, don't hide it in bushes, bring it all back to the box. I'm sorry if that means it changes the way you were playing that day. That's the rule we've got to stick to at the moment. We'll wash everything and then you get it all back again the next day. So we aren't washing things and taking them away, we're washing them and giving you them back. So I hope everyone can really stick to that rule. It's a bit of a change and it's not the same as how we've done stuff before, but that's just a change we've had to make at the moment. Right, what else is on the field? I need to tell you about these trays. So in your classrooms there'll be a tray like this and it will come out onto the play space with you. Those trays are just a little station, so they aren't toys. Those are to help me and other members of the play team and you stay safe. So for example, if you were on the field or on the infant playground and you needed to sneeze or cough and you forgot to do it into your elbow and you coughed and did something into your hands, you probably want to clean your hands. So in that box we've got hand sanitizer, we'll have a box of tissues, we've got little bags to put the used tissues into and to put them into a bigger bag, and also we've got little first aid kits so we can do first aid outside rather than sending children into school and into the medical room. So the first aid, and especially the little first aid like the bumps and bruises and grazes, all of those will be looked at outside. And if we need some more help with first aid, the first aid is going to come out to our play space and the play team will use our radios and we'll call them out for some help. Okay, at the end of play, once we've put all our stuff in the boxes, we're going to walk back down together, so walking not running, back to the outside door for your classroom and all go in together. So that's what playtime is going to look like. There's one other thing that's different, which is members of the play team will be wearing something you might have heard of called PPE. And that just means some protective equipment. Now most of the teachers in school won't be wearing this, but you might see us wearing either that's a face shield, or I'm sure you've all seen people wear these at the supermarket, a face mask. That's not because we're poorly, that is because we might need to get close to you to do things like tying up shoelaces and first aid, and plus most people in the play team will be working with 2 groups of children, not at the same time, but because we're working across 2 groups we're just using some extra protection to keep ourselves safe and to keep you guys safe. So it's all a bit different, but play is still really important. We hope you're going to come back into school and have some good play times, and I'm sure you'll be happy to see some of your friends, and we will certainly be happy to see you again. If you're watching this video and you're not coming back into school yet, then I hope you're finding some time to play at home, whether that's outside, whether it's inside, whether it's on your own with a brother and sister, or whether you're managing to see a friend and keeping your distance and sticking to the rules and having some nice walks. It's really important to have some time to play. If you want to share any of the ways you've been playing at home, then you can upload pictures or do some writing, poems, drawings, any way you'd like to share that through Seesaw or through Tapestry. And I'm sure the children in your class will be really inspired by how you've been playing, and you might give them ideas of how they'd like to play. And hopefully the teachers will tell me what you've all been up to. Okay, I think that's the news from now. Usually in a play assembly we set challenges, and the things I've told you about, these are our challenges at the moment, for us all to try and stick to these funny new rules, but also try and enjoy playtime. I have got some other news. Something exciting is happening on the school field next week. It's something we've all talked about before in play assemblies when everyone was at school months ago. And it's something that's being built, something big and new on the field. So I will share some pictures of that through our Bluecoat Twitter account. So if you're interested, that's the place to have a look. Get Mum and Dad to show you on their account. Okay, I think that's enough from me now. Hope everybody's really well. We're really missing you here, and I hope you're all keeping fit and healthy and happy, and I will see you all soon. Cheerio.